What is up, Cancer? How are you guys doing, man? Time to go ahead and knock out your mid-month messages for May 2024. So when I do mid-month readings, what it is that I am looking for is I'm checking to see if there has been a change of timelines. The reason being is because I give lots and lots and lots of advice in my readings. And the reason why I give advice is because if you take the advice and you apply it, that can change your timeline. That's the whole point of the advice. So you know what to do if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. Look down in the description box of this video. That'll tell you everything you need to know. All right. Okie dokie, let's jump on into this. I'm starting these off with the current relationship. So if you're not experiencing any issues or problems in your current relationship, this part of the reading is not for you. Sit tight, I'll get to your situation in a minute. This right here is for the Cancers currently in a relationship that is experiencing challenges and problems. Have timelines changed? If they change, did they change for the better or for the worse? How's it looking between Cancer and the current person? Let's see. All right, 5 of Cups reversed. Okay. 9 of Pentacles. Well, Lover's card, 10 of Cups. Wow. It's looking to me like y'all are actually genuinely trying to work this out. Lover's card, 10 of Cups. 5 of Cups reversed. Page of Cups. Y'all working this out, man. Y'all are working this out. Now, does that mean that you're just sweeping everything under the rug and it's going to be rainbows and unicorns overnight? Not necessarily. Okay, there's still a lot of shit the two of you are working through. But so far, this looks like the most positive current person reading I've done in a minute. Some of you dealing with a Pisces also have Gemini here. We got the King of Cups, the 10 of Cups, the Lover's card. I also have Virgo and Aquarius down here. Yeah, so looks like y'all are trying to turn things around here. There's not really a whole lot more to say here about this spread. Not really. Every card that keeps coming out is positive, 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 positive. I mean, it looks like about 80% positive here. Let's see how the current person is feeling about you. What's their energy look like? What's their feelings, energy, intentions? Let's see. Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So they absolutely can tell at one level or another that you all are karmically tied. The Wheel of Fortune came out in the last spread too, but I just didn't mention it. So they absolutely do feel like this is a karmic situation. Now, don't attach negative connotations to that word. The word karma does not mean bad thing, okay? And it absolutely does not mean punishment. But they do feel like this is a karmic situation. Like there's some lessons that they could be learning from this. Okay, the 4 of Wands in the upright. Yeah, they want to turn things around. 10 of Cups, 4 of Wands. They want to figure out how to turn things around and really find true, genuine happiness with you. Like y'all were back in the day. They want to find happiness like y'all were back in the day. Because it's weighing on them, man. They feel like when things are going wrong, it weighs on them. It fucks them up. It keeps them up at night. I don't think they want this to come to an end. They don't want to walk away from you, to have to start over. They want to work this out. They genuinely do. And I do think that this person is absolutely willing to do the work that it takes, as long as they know how to do the work. As long as they know how. At least if they knew how to do the work that they needed to do, they would be willing to do that. Damn. Whew, thank you. Nice, positive, light, love and light reading, man. They come through every now and then. They come through every now and then. 10 of Cups, 10 of Coins. Yeah, this person wants to be with you for life. They don't want to go nowhere. They don't want you going anywhere. All right, sweet. Hopefully the rest of the video stays like this. All right, what is the advice? What is the advice between Cancer and the current person? What's the advice? Okay, 2 of Wands. So you are at a crossroads here. And I think you know that. Oh, man. Okay. All right. Well. Okay. Some of you have already heard me give this advice a million times, but it came through. So at the end of the day, okay, let me start it off like this. How do you work on a relationship? You as an individual. Just because, again, relationships take 2 people. But how does one individual work on the relationship? They work on themselves. That's all you can do. You know, when people say, I want to work on us. Well, I don't work on us. You don't work on us. The only way us can get worked on is if I work on me and you work on you. But we always get caught up in chicken or the egg. Like, which came first? Who's the one that started it? Who started doing this first? Who stopped doing that first, you know? And we get into the finger pointing so much that it turns into chicken or the egg, and it turns into a big finger pointing competition, you know? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to step back, and I'm just going to focus on the things I need to work on within myself. And I'm going to tell you what, it gets pretty deep. I'm talking about things that don't even seem like they have anything to do with a relationship. How about this one? I have this thing that triggers the fuck out of me. When somebody cuts me off without using a turn signal. That triggers the shit out of me and pisses me off so bad it makes my blood boil. Well, that's a problem. That's a problem. I should not give anybody that much power over my frequency. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on unwiring that emotional trigger. Now you may be thinking, what the fuck is Rich talking about? What in the hell does road rage have to do with my goddamn marriage? Every fucking thing. Because see, you don't realize it, but that emotional trigger, it's not just somebody cutting you off that'll hit that trigger. That may be one of the main things that does it, but that indicates that there's something that needs work down here. You start working on that, and it can take time. It's not a switch you can flip overnight. But if you dedicate the next 6 months, the next year to unwiring that emotional trigger, that's going to extend out to every little area, facet, and aspect of your life. You're going to start noticing your connections with your friends changing energetically. You're going to start noticing your close personal relationships changing energetically, because what you're doing is you're making a vibrational and frequency change. Okay? You're viewing the world through a totally different lens. Now everything is changing. Now, as an individual, as one individual who's in a challenging relationship, now that was just a corny little example, you know, but that kind of inner work is the only thing you can do. I'm going to just focus on me. I'm going to pay attention to the things that need work within me, and I'm going to get to work on that. And step back and actually do it. See, here's what happens. Here's what happens. You actually step back and genuinely do work on yourself, and the person that you're with observes you doing that. They see that, oh, wow, man, that thing that you used to always get pissed off and bitch about, I see you putting forth the effort to stop that. Whoa. Well, you know what? That makes me look kind of stupid. Not only does it make me look kind of stupid, but now that I see that you're willing to swallow your ego and be vulnerable and be the bigger person and work on yourself, well, I need to do that too then. And so you know what? I got this thing that triggers me too. I get so goddamn mad when somebody doesn't hold the door open for me or something like that, you know? I'm going to do the same thing. And then both of you start going inside of yourselves and turning little knobs and flipping switches, you know? That may sound silly as fuck, but I promise you, only thing you can do as an individual is focus on your own inner work. Most of the time, 75% of the time, it doesn't put all of the power in your hands, but it really, really, really gets the ball rolling in a different direction. Worst case scenario, you know what the worst case scenario is? Worst case scenario is you get in there and you get to work on yourself, and over the next year to 2 years, you make a complete and total vibrational change, and the person that you're with does not. So then what happens? The two of you separate by way of universal law because now you're no longer a frequency match. Then the universe will bring somebody new into your life who matches your new frequency. All right, now we're going to take a look at the person that you're interested in. Cancers love interest. What is happening between Cancer and the person they're interested in? Did timelines change? If they change, did they change for the better or for the worse? Okay, the Emperor. Some of you interested in an Aries. Whoops. 2 more shuffles. 2 more. Boom. Uh-oh. This was yelling at me the whole time I was shuffling, but I was trying to shuffle around it. You know what that is, right? Drama. Conflict. So there's going to be some kind of drama and conflict happening in this situation somehow. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Some kind of drama is going to pop off in regards to this situation. And Five of Cups. Kind of looks like you're walking away from this. It's coming to an end. Now, here's what I'm curious about. Did the two of you ever even get anywhere to begin with? That's what it's not really indicating to me. Like, were y'all talking? Maybe was this person breadcrumbing you and stringing you along? That's honestly what this kind of feels like to me. With the King of Cups, King of Wands reversed. And I hate to get too specific, but I feel like this is getting kind of specific, though. I think that it is. So that might not apply to all of you, but I feel like the majority of you who need to hear this message are dealing with somebody that's kind of leading you on, stringing you along, and breadcrumbing you a little bit. King of Wands reversed, King of Cups. So it's like this person has feelings for you, or do they? Or are they just playing a game? You can't really tell, you know? 2 of Cups reversed. Let's look at their energy. Now I'm curious. Now I'm curious about this person's energy. What's going on with this individual that Cancer is interested in? What's their frequency? What's their intentions? What are their feelings? Magician. Six of Cups. They're hung up on their past. Okay. Kind of feels to me like this person would rather remain single. They do got feelings for you, though. See, they got feelings for you. But they're hung up on their past. Yeah, they're hung up on their past. So that's why you're getting the mixed messages, you know, and hot and cold. And there's the Tower card again. Yeah, they got feelings for you, but they're so hung up on their past that I think they would rather remain single. Could be an Aquarius for some of you. Also have Pisces and Libra. Got a Leo card there too. Well, we got the outcome there. We got the outcome. I remember your last reading. I remember the advice. So I'm going to try not to give you the same advice. We'll just have to see what comes through then. What's the advice for Cancer with their love interest? What's the advice? You know what that card is, right? That's the card of throwing in the white towel. Four of Swords. Ace of Cups reversed. Okay. Well, I tell you what. Not a lot of wiggle room here, y'all. Staying hung up on this person is causing a blockage that is preventing something from coming in that will make you look at this person and kick yourself in the ass for ever tripping over their goofy little punk ass. For real. I think this is a test for a lot of you. Isn't that what came up last time? This is a test? Pretty sure that's what came up. I remember the advice, though, so I'm trying not to give the exact same advice. So I'm trying to... I remember the last Cancer. I don't know why I remember the Cancer reading. I have no idea why. I don't know any Cancers, so I don't know why that would stand out to me. But this is a test. This is a test. See, a lot of us look at these kind of situations backwards, right? Whenever we meet somebody, it seems like we're always trying to figure out if you are the one, right? Are you the one? How can I tell if you're the one? Well, I would like to invite you to just flip that coin over. And instead of thinking about, are you the one? Are you not the one? I need to be able to identify who is not my person. Think about it that way. That may sound a little bit counterintuitive, maybe even a little bit negative, and in some degree it is. But if you can quickly learn how to identify who is not the one, you will bypass and avoid so much meaningless nonsense and unnecessary bullshit. And you'll make a beeline straight towards your actual person. And you know what the biggest red flag is, right? Well, the biggest red flag that I see come through my line of work, you want to know what I think I would have to say? The most common question that I get is, how does this person feel about me? Now, if you're dealing with somebody that you don't really know all that well, or you just very fucking recently connected with them, okay. But do you know how many people come to me asking about a person that they've been dealing with for months? Months and months and months and months and months. You've been dealing with somebody, you've been around them, you've been talking to them, dating them, seeing them, whatever the case may be, sleeping with them for months, and you don't know how they feel about you? I'm going to tell you what right goddamn now. When a person love you, I mean love you, they feel that connection hit at that deep fucking soul level, you gonna know. You gonna know. I hate to repeat myself, but my all-time favorite love and relationship quote. Anybody remember what it is? I know my OG followers know it. If they really want you, you'll know. If they don't, you'll be confused. So I think a lot of you are being tested right now. You're being tested. Are you ready to evolve or repeat? Whoops. Evolve or repeat? Take that information and do with it what you will. All right, y'all. Now we're going to take a look at the person from the past. Let's see if timelines change. If they change, do they change for the better or for the worse? Cancer and the person from the past. How are things looking between Cancer and the person from the past? Two of Cups reversed. Remember, if you're not looking into or thinking about somebody from the past, this part of the reading is not for you. You're still waiting to hear from them. Still waiting to hear from them, but it doesn't look like anybody is taking any kind of action to extinguish the flames on the Tower. Okay, a major grudge is still being held. Some of you are so convinced that this person is going to end up coming back because they keep doing things to try to get your attention. And you know they're doing things to try to get your attention, but it looks to me like the only reason why they're doing things to try to get your attention is because they're putting on a show for you. They're hanging back with their fingers crossed, hoping to hell that you're watching, and they're putting on a show just for you. Yeah. By the way, no, they are not acknowledging the truth about the situation. So if you're wondering whether or not this person regrets what they did, they're not even willing to look at the truth of the situation. If you're wondering whether or not they're going to come back and apologize for the way they did you, they're not even willing to look at the truth about this situation. Let's dig their energy up a little bit deeper. Let's see how they feel about you and what their intentions are at the deepest level. Queen of Swords. So they are detaching themselves from this situation emotionally. Could be an air sign for some of you. No, they have not learned their lesson. No, they have not. Kind of feels, see, they really, really, really care about your perception of them. They still got their guard up. So I think all this person's really concerned about is how you view them. They really, really, really want you to think that they've moved on and they're happy. I don't really think that they are happy. This energy doesn't look very happy to me. But whether they're happy or not, they don't care. They really want you to think they are. Why? I don't know. It's not telling me. It's not really telling me. Usually what that means is they don't really have any specific intentions other than they want you to feel stupid. They want you to feel bad. They want you bathing and basking in that energy of seeing them move on, seeing them happier, you being sad, you being upset because they've moved on. You know, they all they want is for you to bathe in that energy. And that is some sick, twisted, fucked up shit. Like, seriously. Well, the Three of Wands, to me, gives us the outcome of this situation that came out in the first spread. So let's get the advice. What is the advice? Ooh, Eight of Wands, yeah. Three of Pentacles. I'll tell you what. While this person is so busy out there trying to make it look like they've moved on and they're happy, how about you get one up on them? Why don't you work on actually moving on and being happy? All right? They're worried about how it looks. You get one up on them and you actually do the damn thing that they're pretending that they're doing. How about that? How about that one? But you know what I think with a situation like this? The most important thing that you could do is completely ignore it. I wouldn't even look at it if I was you. Wouldn't even look at it. Don't even look at it. Look at it for what? You know all it's going to do is hurt you. You know all it's going to do is piss you off. You know all it's going to do is bother you. And if you let this person get to you like that, they win. Don't let them win. See, if you get to work right now and do the hard work, I know what it feels like right now. Right now, it feels like you're at rock bottom, you're hurt, you're broken, and they're just all floating around on cloud nine, having all kinds of fun, and we've all been there. We all know what that feels like. Well, I'm going to tell you what right now. I'm going to tell you what right goddamn now. That is very, very temporary. Very temporary. That little high horse that they're on right now is a house of cards. No pun intended. That little high horse they're on right now is a little house of cards. They're going to be back down at rock bottom here very, very soon. The goal is to make sure that by the time their little house of cards blows away, that you're not at rock bottom anymore. Give it a year. Give it 2 years. Give it 3 years. And I'm going to tell you what right now, the next 2 years is going to go, pew! It's going to fly the fuck by, dude. Pew! It'll be here like you, before you know it. 2026, pew! It's going to be here like that. You know how fast time's been flying here lately? Pew! I feel like just last month, I was sitting in my old Las Vegas house, right? Reading for May 2021. Feels like it was just last month. The next 2 years is going to go, pew! Make sure that in the next 2 years, you're actually at the top of the mountain. Because you know they ain't doing no damn inner work. You think this person's out there doing healing work? You think this person's out there evolving and growing? Hell no, they ain't. No, they ain't. They're too concerned with making everybody think that they're happy. When you got somebody that's wrapped up in everybody else's perception, they're not focused on themselves at all. They're focused on everybody else. And that's a house of cards. It will crumble to the ground eventually. Eventually. All right? Okie dokie. I do feel like those were the messages that my Cancerian friends needed to hear. So I am going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all once again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget to check down there in the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And I'm out of here now, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.